Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Today is the day the jury will be selected in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'll tell you straight out the gate, Diddy got some problems. Over the past 4 days this week, the judge questioned nearly 100 prospective jurors on subjects including what they heard about Diddy's case and any experiences they had with sexual assault. With input from defense lawyers and prosecutors, the judge dismissed the jurors he deemed unfit to serve and settled on 45 candidates qualified to serve fairly and impartially. Today, lawyers from each side will take turns striking candidates until a panel of 12 jurors and 6 alternates is chosen, a chess match with potentially decisive implications in the outcome of the trial. Diddy, a Harlem native who founded the pioneering Bad Boy Records and discovered iconic rappers such as the Notorious B.I.G., was arrested in September and has been held in a Brooklyn detention center ever since. Now, why would the judge need to know if prospective jurors had heard about the case or had any experience with sexual assault? Simple. He wanted to make sure that they were not predisposed to a decision already. And I'll tell you this straight up, fam. It's nearly impossible not to. There was one guy who said a family member or a friend or something like that was robbed by 3 black guys. And the judge asked him, well, do you think that you can be fair and impartial to Diddy because he's black? And this guy said, yeah, right. I know way too many people who cannot be fair and impartial when it comes to race, especially if they already have made their mind up that a particular race of people ain't worth giving the benefit of doubt to. I mean, it's possible that, as he said, people are people, he can be fair and impartial, but I'm just suspicious of that. I would have struck him. I would have just got him on out of there. And I do believe that every single one of those jurors already have their mind made up. They're just saying whatever they have to say to get on that jury because they know this is one of those jackpot trials. Everybody involved in this trial is going to get paid in one way or the other. The judge gonna put out a book. The prosecutor gonna put out a book. The defense attorneys are gonna have a book. The reporters are gonna have a book. The jurors, yeah. Because people wanna know, well, what went down behind closed doors? What were you guys thinking? What were you talking about? Everybody's gonna have a book. Now, Diddy has several hurdles, but one of the more immediate hurdles he has is getting past the prosecution's witnesses. Now, the prosecution had one witness, one star witness, who refused to cooperate. Say, look, man, I don't live nowhere near New York City, and I'm not coming out there to testify. It's too inconvenient. So they were saying actually that this particular witness had not been cooperating from the jump. So maybe somebody threw that witness's name in the pool. This is Jane Doe 3. Maybe they threw her name in the pool and they contacted her and she was standoffish from the jump. But they say that this particular witness has never been cooperative. So I'm thinking that the prosecution was already prepared to pivot and bring in some backup. So the prosecution got backup. They say they have at least 3 witnesses who are going to testify to the fact that Sean Diddy Combs is a horrible person. Not just a horrible person, but a horrible person who has committed crimes against various people, including SN, So that one witness that is not cooperating, it seemed to be like perhaps that would work to his advantage. The prosecution is like, hey man, don't worry about it. We got backup. We don't need that witness. We got some more over here. So the question is, though, how strong are the other witnesses? We know Cassie is strong. We know that's going to be a strong witness because she's been knowing Diddy for 10 years. And the thing is that I think people are going to give her the benefit of doubt because for the most part they have. I would give her the benefit of doubt to an extent because in my mind, Cassie was complicit with anything that Diddy did sexually. Remember, that's his main thing. That's his woman for 10 years. You really think he had to force her to have sex? Okay, maybe one time or two times or three times or four times or five times he was feeling something way and he was like, yeah, do it, you're gonna do it. But you think all of those times was forced? Oh no. Did he have action at women around the world? What Cassie won't do, the next young, beautiful woman will do. They lined up to do it. They're lined up around the corner. There's no shortage of women who will pimp their soul to have that lifestyle. So I'm assuming that the defense is going to rip her apart because she was there. Yeah, she's not innocent, man. No matter how innocent she may look, she is not innocent. Yeah, he did what he did to her in that video, and she was a victim in that video. That's clear. But we're not talking about the video. The video is only there to establish his character. That's the only reason why the video has been brought into evidence, so that the prosecution can establish Diddy's character and say, no, the one you say, whatever he's saying, don't believe them. This the real Diddy right here. This angry man right here, this one that's going upside this woman's head and kicking her, stomping her, throwing vases at her. This is the real Diddy. But he's not on trial for the video. He's on trial for all these other accusations of sexual assault and trafficking and all that type of stuff. So I don't see how the defense could not tear into Cassie. Remember, fam, they was together for 10 years. Diddy is a freaky deaky. He's a super freak, which means that he got busy a lot of times. And he got busy with his woman a lot of times. So perhaps he made her have sex with some male escorts before. But you think there wasn't times that she had sex with male escorts and she didn't enjoy it? This is the same woman who ended up with his fitness instructor, his trainer, after she left him. This man let this man into his house, gave him access to his woman to train her. And he trained her all right, trained her to be his, trained her to be his woman and the mother of his children. He was the shoulder that she cried on. Come on, fam. You in my face every day. This dude is in my face every day. I allowed this dude into my house and he made a move on my woman. And my woman knows this. She is in my house flirting. They probably done had sex in the house and everything. So what type of person is she really? Nah, fam, you know what I'm saying? He did what he did to her in the video. He was wrong for that. And he deserves some punishment for that, but that's not what he's on trial for. Cassie, if Diddy is punished, Cassie got to get some of that action. She got to catch her straight, at least. She got to get something. You know, that needs to be some type of charges. Some type of charges against her. Because you better believe Cassie went and go get some girls. Y'all know how this go, man. I ain't got to tell y'all. Y'all know girls go get girls all the time for dudes who like to get down like that. You know, you got this, you got this swinger type relationship. You know, that's where he got Cassie to draw. Go get her, baby. You think Cassie ain't went and got some girls? Or some dudes? Good God, some dudes. Anyway, fam. Yeah, Diddy got an uphill battle. And anybody who's on trial, whether it's state or federal, would have an uphill battle. But I also believe that he's not done. The prosecution is going to fumble the ball frequently in this trial. So while Diddy is in trouble, he does face some major hurdles. I do believe that he still got a shot at walking out of that door scot-free. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.